All right, hello and welcome back to Frequelize This. This week we are jumping in with a kind of a fun experiment. We got a new member of the team. He's kind of with us regularly on our Discord server and so forth. But we got Dan and we've got John, one of our regulars, and we're going to try something a little bit of a different experiment. We kind of, some of the time when we're having conversation back and forth, we kind of wrestle with, you got those pairs of albums sometimes that you really kind of think, you know what, if they would have focused things a little bit better and maybe, I don't know, issued one really good album, it might have been a little bit more worth it than, kind of. So we're going to kind of experiment with that. And we're going to take a look at Metallica's pair of albums, Load and Reload, and we're going to come up with our own unloaded version of the Metallica Load Reload monstrosity, trying to trim the fat and get it down to something a little more lean, a little more ready to go. So yeah, let's just jump into this. John, you have the first pick. We're going to kind of go through this, take selections. I think we're going to have a round. We're going to be able to knock each other's picks off a little bit toward the end, or at least to have a selection where we can kind of pull somebody's pick out and argue that out a little bit. But let's start getting stuff on the board there, John. What is your first pick?
All right, thanks, Dave. So my first pick, I'm gonna go with uh, a raging opener, and this would be the first track too, if I was making this CD, and that's gonna be Fuel. And we talked about that one of our picks that we do throughout this series, we can reserve as a safe pick that can't be knocked out. And Fuel's my safe pick. So that Fuel
It's your
is,
protected
I'm
pick.
just going to
Okay.
say it. It's my favorite of all 27 tracks here. Fuel's my favorite.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Dan, you got the next one.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick one that the other ones of you may not pick. I think I am going to go with Carpe Diem Baby because I love that song. It's probably one of my top Metallica songs. It's slower, but it's got a good groove. The lyrics are fun. I just really enjoy it. Um, and the guitar solo just completely rocks. So, and that's also protected.
Oh, he's protecting that one.
Yes, I am.
Probably good you did, because I don't know about
I
that one.
It
That
was
one's
going
okay.
to be that or the other one that you all hate, but I'll let the other one you all hate go.
see See, I love that right out of the gate, Dan, you go and here's your favorite of these, and here's your protected one. And I look to my list of choices that I was going to pick, and that doesn't appear anywhere on it.
See,
Nowhere.
I, I used
But
to. I
fair
love that
enough.
song.
The immediate contrarian. All right. I am going to start with King Nothing.
Okay.
That
I
is
think
one
that's
that
a
I
good
particularly.
one.
That is one, and as long as we're throwing our protecteds, I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm a since that's my top one, that's my first one. I'm gonna protect King Nothing, and from here on out, it's all fair game and up for grabs.
All
All
right.
right. I'm
Hmm.
uh I'm having trouble finding it in the where are you, King Nothing? Over on the side here. Doo, 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 doo. All right, I'm just gonna have to pick it like that and then quickly do that. Okay, King Nothing.
All right.
All right, I like it. Good choice. It's a good song. I am actually gonna go for my next one with the track that appears on the album right after King Nothing, Hero of the Day. Hero of the Day. So I'll just take a second to let everybody know, full disclosure, right? Huge Metallica fan. They are, I think, that tied with um maybe Dream Theater or something by now as the band I've seen the most live. I think 5 or 6 times. Um, and going back all the way back to in the day, became a fan during Master of Puppets. first tour I saw was Injustice for All, and I will tell you, bought the DVDs, bought the VHS tapes, all that, and I never purchased Load and Reload. I was
What?
I was so disappointed in. I let my roommate at the bachelor pad buy him first. I was so disappointed. So I've 25 years after the fact, I actually started to appreciate what's on these albums more. But I can tell you that all the way back in the day, Hero of the Day was one of the few tracks that I did really like right off the bat.
That's
So
a
essentially, Fuel here and Hero of the Day, my two favorite from
I
this
love
time
that
period.
song. I know it's a little off genre for them, it felt like, but it's a really, really solid song.
It's a really well composed
It's
song, though, even though,
yeah.
yeah, it's
There's actually a mix album my friend had in college that had different mixes of Hero of the Day, and it was
ooh,
I don't know if he could even find it, but it was an import he got from like Germany or something, and the mixes were cool. It was just a different way of looking at that song. So it
wow.
definitely can translate into different genres. Like one I think was electronica, and another one was dance, but it was very cool. Yeah. Yeah. And Dave, if I recall right, I think our first Metallica experience was together at the Forum, if I recall, an evening with Metallica when they played for
I was
three
there for that one.
hours.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure. No. All right, what's your next pick, Dan?
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to go with probably my top three song, Outlaw Torn. I adore this song. It's got probably my favorite Kirk Hammett guitar solo. It's got one of the very few James Hetfield solos, which is more of a almost a bluesy solo. But when you get to that solo at the 6:25 mark, it's just like, wow. There is a different version. It was actually too long for the complete version to make it on the Load. So there's actually a version they released called the unencumbered by manufacturing constraints version that adds probably an extra minute or so to it, but it's mostly guitar solo. So you can seek that out if you want to hear more Outlaw Torn.
Yeah, they're kind of jamming at the end. I love how on they did that on it's the B-side to one of the singles.
Oh, okay.
And I love how they actually titled it The Outlaw Torn, and then in parentheses the
Right.
what did you call it?
Unencumbered by manufacturing constraints.
Yeah, that's actually how it's named on the disc.
Yeah,
On
and
the
that's how they play it live too. Is they play the whole thing with the noodling and all that. So it's really a fun song. Not a fun. It's a great song to me. So
it's really, yeah, it's really good. That's probably my third favorite out of the whole set here. It's really good. Yeah.
That's an interesting one. I was okay. I had to say it. I was torn on that one. Um, in part, there's sections of it, and I love when Metallica does lengthy, almost proggy type songs. I mean, I'm a kind of a sucker there. There are moments where Lars's drumming just drives me nuts.
Mm.
There's little moments where I think Lars almost messes the song up.
Mm.
well,
Just my opinion.
he did mess up Injustice for All with the bass problem,
Well,
but that's something
yeah,
else.
that's a whole other story. All right. I am gonna go. We've got most of this run, and I actually one of my favorite sections on Load is actually there's a three-song section, and we've got two out of three songs on there. I'm gonna throw Until It Sleeps in there because that run, Until It Sleeps, King Nothing, and Hero of the Day is, I think, out of these two albums, that's the best three-song sequence.
Okay.
I like your
Hmm.
argument, Dan. Eyes rolling.
No. It's got me thinking now. You
Oh, okay.
might.
That was a pondering look,
Oh
not
no,
a,
that was the
okay.
pondering look. That wasn't an eye rolling look because now I need to
Okay.
take a look at that. All right.
I
That's
think I
one of
might
those
agree
fun
with you.
runs, I think.
You're missing a song in that because Bleeding Me is we'll get back to that later. But Here the Day and Bleeding Me. But
No, he's
Mm,
good though.
oh,
He's going
Bleeding Me
track.
is mine. Oh
He's
no,
going
you're doing
track four,
great.
five,
Yeah,
six.
Until it Sleeps clean, but Bleeding Me, so four. Then it gets to Cure, but that's another
I
story.
could maybe be talked into that.
All
I
right.
kind of like where you were going with that
I
though.
do
The
too.
Until It Sleeps is a solid track. It's and so then yeah, and for me it goes like Until It Sleeps is good, then King Nothing's really good, and then Hero of the Day is really really good. Is it back to me?
It is
It
back to you,
is.
John.
All right. Um. Okay. My next one was going to be the Outlaw Torn. We got that, so we're good. I think I'll do. I'm gonna go back to Reload, and I think I'm gonna do The Memory Remains.
I love that song.
It's a
Uh,
good. That's a solid track. Some people don't
yep.
really like the. Is that Marian Faithful that's
Yeah.
doing the
Oh,
na na
she
na?
makes that song. I love it.
I think it's cool. Metallica got a lot of heat for going off script, right, on these albums, but that was what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
They were trying to do something different. They didn't want to get samey. That's how Lars puts it. Lars still stands by these albums, um,
For good reason.
which I think he should. Like I say, 25 years later, I'm finally kind of getting it with these albums. Um, and at first, The Memory Remains bothered me a little bit with I thought that was a weird vocal. But then learning a little bit more about, oh yeah, it's Marian Faithful, and then oh my goodness, okay, and it just yeah, it works. It fits in with what they're trying to do there, and so yeah, I ended up wanting to turn the track off first time I heard it, and now it's one of my favorites from the set.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a solid choice.
Dan, you're up next.
I know. Do I want to go with my one that's going to get nuked or not? I might do it. Da, 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 da. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do it. Low Man's Lyric.
Mm.
I love this song. I know it's almost country. It's got a hurdy-gurdy in it, but there's just something about it. It's different. It's the lyrics are great. It, I don't know. It's definitely something that I've heard, not necessarily, I've heard it on this album, but I've also heard them do an acoustic version at Neil Young's bridge benefit that they always play. And it works every single way. And I know it's almost country. I know it's not necessarily rock, but it's just such a departure and done so well. I really enjoy that song.
Well, I really like your defense of it, um, because I am the type that really likes to listen to how fired up people get about songs that aren't resonating with me at first. Um, so yeah, I may have to revisit that, just kind of taking that into mind because it's kind of near the bottom of my
Oh,
list.
I know that. Yeah, it is. It definitely is a controversial track, but James's vocals are, he's actually singing on it, and I like James's voice, and so, like I think most
Okay.
people do. But yeah,
All right. Uh, let's see. Let's go to Dave, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So yeah, I've been bouncing back and forth on a couple of things. I'm gonna pull one here. I don't know if you guys are gonna like this. I like it because I like the throwback that it does and kind of plays with things. And I know that it may be one that pushes people's buttons in a way. But the Unforgiven 2, I kind of do enjoy the throwback to it and the playing with old themes, and it just, in a pair of albums that are trying to step out, it was an interesting step back into who they were.
I love Unforgiven too. As I've said before, dare I say, it's actually better than the original Unforgiven, except for maybe the guitar solo. But because the
Yeah.
Unforgiven's guitar solo is
So
awesome.
I will give you that The Unforgiven 2 is better than The Unforgiven. But that's like saying
You
dog
hate,
poop is better than
yeah,
human poop.
but you hate Unforgiven, so that doesn't work. But no, I get you.
No, I don't hate it. Unforgiven 2 is it's not like it's Cure or
You could take it or leave it, basically.
yeah, I actually like it better than like a few like Mama Said. I'll take The Unforgiven too any day over Mama Said.
Absolutely.
Okay. Uh All right. We are 9 tracks into a possible 14, but we're also watching the time
Yeah.
because we are
Mm,
old dudes that are from the days of CDs. So, uh, and we thought we would put a theoretical limit on this that is equal to how long load is. Load's the longer of these two, so it's at 78:59. Um, Outlaw Torn is a long track, so we're currently at 53:38.
oh, good.
So we're doing good. Doing good. We may get all 14 in.
Great. My other tracks are long too. Cool.
Yeah, we could screw it up if we pick Fixer, um
Oops.
but my next one, my next one, uh, all right. I just like it when Metallica goes, and it's riffy and it's crunchy, um, and James is fired up, and so I'm gonna have to go with "Ain't My Bitch."
All right.
To me,
It's a
not their best album opener, but
uh,
pretty good.
it is. It's a good album opener. I actually just heard on the radio today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, okay. I could take it or
But in
leave it,
this
but
con but in this concept, if it's not the album opener, maybe it has a better position within the flow of an album.
yeah.
True. Yeah. I mean, traditionally, right back in the days of vinyl and cassettes, when you had a side A and a side B,
Hmm.
your
Yep.
lead off track on side B was usually an up tempo.
Right.
So maybe that's what we do here. I don't know.
I guess that's me next, huh? Let's see
Yeah.
here. Oh man, some of these songs really suck. I mean, it's inevitable with me. Bleeding Me has to be on there. I mean, my two favorite tracks off of either of these is Bleeding Me and Outlaw Torn. So Bleeding Me needs to get on there. And it's got yeah, it's just to me it's just one of the top Metallica songs out there. I mean, if I do a greatest hits, it'll always be on that list. Bleeding Me
Wow.
and Outlaw Torn, definitely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. For me, Bleeding Me is it's an okay track. How about you, Dave?
I, you know what? I'm gonna have to listen to your suggestion, Dan, of adding that to the sequence. So we had the that sequence of three,
Right.
and maybe making it a sequence of four. I'm gonna have to give that some more thought. I'm not sure I'm bought in on it, but
It's
I
to
don't
me
know if
it's
it's
the
that strong of an ad there.
to me it's the chorus really. I mean, once they just get in that, caught on their wheels roll, it's just like wow. And because it's a slower song, but when he gets into that
Yeah.
powerful chorus, it just knocks me back. Plus the guitar solos are pretty rad.
All right.
All right.
Uh,
Dave.
that was a long track, Dave. So
I
just
know.
we are at 67 minutes.
Hmm.
So I think we have, what is that? We've got about 12. Well, actually, we're at 66:59. So we have
Okay.
exactly 12 more minutes to go.
All
Exactly
right.
12 minutes left. So what are we playing with?
All
Okay.
right.
Hmm. See, the hard part is the deeper we get into this, the more stuff that I'm going, does this really have to be in there? Um,
Did you say 16 minutes or 12 minutes?
12 left.
Oh,
well,
all my songs are done. Okay.
you're not coming back around. Um,
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
okay, so I'm gonna go with one. I was gonna fiddle with this. This is not necessarily one that I go to on a regular basis, but it's one that grabbed me today for some reason. I can't even necessarily go back and explain why, but two by four, um, as a kind of the second track in Load, kind of a good decent follow up, um, to Ain't My Bitch. But yeah, I'll just throw that one in next. I was half thought about messing with you, John, and saying we're gonna throwing
Yeah.
Fixer in there and see what you do with it.
Fixer's not bad, but I don't know if it's worth
All about
the
that
full
talk
8 minutes.
box part.
No, I
Yeah.
couldn't quite do that.
Yeah. So here we are at 72:27. That means no matter what I pick, I don't think Dan gets another choice unless I go, let's see, Wasting My Hate is the shortest song we have left. And then there wouldn't be room for Dan to pick anything. So
Surprise
I
me.
what?
Surprise me.
Well, so I'll pick a song, and then what we'll do, Dan, is we'll let you then be the first, to like veto something and swap something in, maybe.
But remember, if
Yeah,
we
there you go.
veto something too, that's going to change the length.
It'll change the length, yeah, which I can do easily on my little thing where I'm keeping track of it.
Cool.
You know what? So I'm gonna do. It's only 4 minutes. I'm gonna go with Poor Twisted Me.
Oh, okay.
I
Hmm.
That's a good one for me. It's I like it. I like the some of these songs. I'll tell you, some of these songs I can appreciate the music, and I actually score them pretty low because the lyrics don't do anything for me. But Poor Twisted Me is a good combination of the music and lyrics.
Not a
So
bad song.
yeah, so I'm gonna find that in the list here and move it over while Dan thinks about his next
What
move.
do I got to work with time wise?
Well, okay, wait. Let me move this over real quick, and then we'll tell you. So we got 13 tracks, and that puts us at 76-27. So 2.5 minutes. So if you were to remove something that's 4 minutes, you'd have six and a half
Okay.
minutes.
All right. Well, it was going to be between, yeah, I mean, Wasting My Hate was on my list. It's under 4 minutes. So that was on my list anyway, but it still goes over time. So, yeah.
Well, is there
Okay.
something you want to pull in order to put that in there?
Yeah, I know. Oh,
Like
man.
2x4, maybe.
Oh, 2x4 is gone. Unless you want to pull 2x4. Oh, damn, I like Prince Charming too.
Hmm.
Oh, pretty, yeah, Prince Charming's good.
I'm gonna
That
pull.
was
I'm gonna pull 2x4, and I'm gonna put in Prince Charming. I know it's gonna go over time, but oh no, maybe not.
No, you
Okay.
should be
no,
good.
no. I think you're good there.
And with I know you said you kind of dug it, John,
Yeah,
but
that's a good one.
but there's that bridge part that just I love it. And it's there's parts in songs sometimes that you wait for, and I wait for that bridge because it just I don't know, to me it's just like charges me up. So yeah, I dig Prince Charming. I know that's a deep track, but
No, I don't. I don't actually object to that. Have even though you pulled mine out, I'm okay with that.
well, I know one of mine's going to get pulled out, so we'll see how that goes.
The hard part is at this moment, it's like looking to pull something out. Is there anything
It's
that I would rather see in?
it's actually yeah,
Yeah.
that's the problem
That's
because
where I'm at.
if you go through some of these, I mean, Mama Said's cool. That's no, not really, but Ronnie kind of
Eh,
sucks. Kier sucks.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a terrible
Where
track.
the Wild Things Are is a great song, but it's a little long. Fixer's a great song. Um,
Where the
but
Wild Things Are should, if they could just cut 2 minutes off, that'd be a way better
I
song.
would agree. I would agree. But that double
yeah.
track vocal is so cool to me. Um, Wasting My Hate's a really good song, but obviously it's a short one. But I don't know if I switched it out with any. Well, I'll let you guys do your thing.
Yeah. So is it my turn? No, it's Dave's
Yeah,
turn.
Dave's turn.
Yeah, and I hmm. I honestly I don't know that I have any I'm not looking at anything and saying there's something stronger that needs to be on there. So I it might sound like a cop out, but I'm not swapping anything because I don't see anything stronger that needs to be there.
Okay, I do.
So if you've got
So
something, yeah, you can.
it's not, I mean, Dan kind of predicted it was going to have to go, but hopefully, Dan, you'll be okay with this. I want to pull a Low Man's lyric
Yeah, I had a feeling.
for Wasting My Hate.
I get it. Wasting My Hate was on
Mm.
my short list of songs. But Low Man's lyric, man, I get it though. It kind of, it's not what you call a hard driving song.
Well, Actually, so here's the deal. If you hadn't have reserved it, I think I would have pulled Carpe Diem Baby for Wasting My Hate.
Yeah, that's why I kept Carpe Diem, baby.
Mm.
I knew that was going to get destroyed, and I love that song.
All right. Well, let me check the time. We should be okay. Let's see. Wasting My Hate was added.
Yeah, Low Man's lyric is like 7 minutes long. So
Hold Low Man's lyric. Oh, we got time.
how
We
much
have
time?
ooh, is it 4.5 minutes or 3.5 minutes? I can't do math here. We're at 73.5 minutes. Essentially 79. So 4.5 minutes.
All right.
I'll tell you which songs are under 4.5 minutes that have not been chosen. There's one. It's Bad Seed.
Ugh, I'd rather just leave it as it is.
Uh, Agreed.
Yeah, me too.
Or I'd pull Ain't My Bitch and put in Fixer. But that's the only thing I'd probably do.
Which
We
what we do?
I
we
would
could.
I'd pull Ain't My Bitch and put in Fixer. Oh wait, no, I'd pull Poor Twisted Me and put in Fixer.
Wait, which one? Oh, I like that. Wasn't that my pick?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
I'd either
Uh,
10 or 13 I would probably pull.
what do
But
you
that's
think,
just
Dave?
me for Fixer. Or Low Man's lyric.
Okay.
Do you agree with Dan? If we get some agreement, I guess I could roll with it. Fixer's not bad.
Yeah, let's pull Poor Twisted Me and pop in Fixer instead.
Yeah.
Is that
Yep.
gonna fit? Because Fixer's long.
Yeah, let
Yeah.
me check. I think it'll work. Yeah, that puts us at 77-38.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Nice. Are you okay with Poor Twisted Me going away?
Yeah, I could be okay with that. I just need to find it here. Where did it go? Here we go. Poor Twisted Me. Swapped for Fixer. Okay, do we want to talk about track order?
Yeah. This is much more civil than I thought it would be.
It is actually, isn't
But
it?
the problem is the songs that suck really do kind of suck. So House of Jack Built's pretty good, but yeah. Um
That
track
could have
order.
been on my that could have been in there, but yeah.
Yeah.
That one's okay, yeah.
So there's a couple of ways to look at track order is do we just want to start out hard and then just keep it going that way and kind of lighten it up? Or do we want to alternate hard and light? I mean, there's some tracks here that, bring it down a little bit. I mean, Fuel is a great opener. It doesn't matter. It's just a great opening track. Um,
I
but
I kind of like the idea of and we don't have to do it this way, but let me throw it out there. A kind of structuring it kind of like Metallica would.
yeah,
Like
long closer.
they always have
Yeah.
a raging opener.
Yes.
Usually track 4 is the ballad or something.
Well, that's perfect where it is then. Um, and the long track is usually the last track.
Yeah.
So I would definitely
And
put Outlaw Torn as the last track, but we'd have to find a spot for Fixer.
Yeah.
so if we do a side one and a side two concept, we
Mm,
kind of have an opening and an opener and a closer for each side.
true.
Oh, let's do that.
I think that's a good idea.
So 13
I
tracks.
agree
Where's
with
the
Lord. I agree
Hmm?
with Outlaw Torn as the closer for the whole thing.
Let's see here. Carpe Diem Baby honestly should probably be more toward the end because as a track two, no way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, I'm almost thinking kind of like what they did. They went Fuel, oh not Fuel. They went Ain't My Bitch into 2x4. 2x4 has a little bit of a different speed to it, so maybe Until It Sleeps for number two, or even King Nothing might work.
Do we preserve that run of Until It Sleeps, King Nothing, Hero of the Day? Do we want to preserve that run?
Yeah. Yeah, we should. Right there. Tracks 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. And well, Dan, do you want to throw
Yeah, bleeding. I
Bleeding
think that
Me?
sequencing is great. So I think bleeding me should be there too, because that really does break it up.
All right. Where's Bleeding Me? Okay.
And how long is this side so far? Not that long, is it? It's a bunch of shorter songs.
Yeah, it's here, let's see. Until it sleeps. King Nothing, Hero of the Day, Bleeding Me. It's 27 minutes. I think we want to try to hit just under 40.
Okay, so
Are
maybe
you going to throw Fixer as kind of
Oh,
the
I'm
finisher for that
thinking
first
that
side?
too.
so then that'd be 35, 17. So we could do a
Because
something like
Bleeding
a
Me is a
wasting,
long track, so maybe Wasting My Hate would be good at
yeah, maybe
six.
Wasting My Hate
Yep.
and then Fixer.
Yep.
Because I don't want to do like long track, long track, long track.
Yep.
Although, what is a long track definition here with these guys?
Well,
I just realized on these two albums, there's no instrumental, is there?
no.
Oh.
No. Okay. So there's side
All
one.
right. All right. So then
So
8
the
would be
Ain't My
8 My Bitch.
Bitch or Memory Remains or Prince Charming. Those are hard driving songs.
Mm,
I say Ain't My Bitch.
I think so too.
yeah.
I think Unforgiven 2 might be in the right place.
I think you're right.
Yeah, right after that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe Prince Charming or Memory Remains after that. Because Carpe Diem Baby is another longish. How long is it? Let's see. Oh, it's only a 6 minute track. Only a 6 minute track. But Unforgiven 2 is a little slow. Carpe Diem Baby's a little slow. So we probably don't want people to fall asleep there. So maybe
Throw The Memory Remains in between.
either that or Prince Charming.
Let's throw Prince Charming in at 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Carpe Diem Baby.
Yep.
And then Memory Remains and Outlaw Tour.
Yep.
Okay. There we go. Dave came up with the term the unloaded version.
There you go.
So here we go. Metallica's Load and Reload, but the ultimate one disc version, the unloaded version.
I think
I think this
so.
is pretty good.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the ones that are left out, and I think the only ones that people might have issue with is where maybe Better Than You, Poor Twisted Me, 2x4, Low Man's Lyric. Maybe people like me, Mama said, and Low Man's Lyric, but yeah. I mean, Devil's Dance is cool. That riff.
Yeah.
But I think this is definitely the strongest of them.
Yeah, this is a great list. Good job, team. We did it. We didn't.
All right.
We weren't at each other's
Here
throats
it
too
is.
No
bad.
arguments. Cool.
All right.
All right, everyone watching this, let us know if you agree, if you disagree.
Right.
If
Hit
you
us up in the comments or berate us.
if you think we're a bunch of idiots on our
What's your
Metallica,
problem,
whatever.
man?
Yeah,
Do the liking and the subscribing too, please.
please.
Oh, yes. All that stuff. So there it is. Metallica Unloaded. Catch everybody later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah. But
In
I'm
the
the
case
one.
in the case of Reload, Fuel is the best song on the album.
No way.
Hands down.
Not even close.
I will fight you. We should be going. Let's record.
Yeah.
We are recording.
Oh, good.